Hey guys, welcome to Six Kids and a Glue Gun. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. If you do, please hit that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube and is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video. Today's DIYs are inspired by my friend Brenda over at Rustic and Lace DIY. She's an amazing and talented creator as well as being a true friend. She is my friend on and off YouTube and I appreciate her so much. So she made some amazing lemon and bee DIYs, and while I didn't necessarily recreate the exact projects that she made, while watching her videos, I got ideas for my own. So these are some of the amazing projects that Brenda has made and that you will find if you check out her channel. Again, she's so talented, so amazing. And when I'm watching other creators, I don't necessarily recreate exactly what they make, but I take ideas from them and it inspires me to make my own and put my own twist on things. And so you'll see what I mean. I have some of her projects that I have just twisted to fit my needs, as I don't always have the certain items that a creator uses. But with all of that being said, I'm going to quit my chit chat and jump into this DIY. So this Hello Lemon sign, as I showed, Brenda made a beautiful bright lemon sign. So here's my take. I began with this round sign from Dollar Tree made of pressed board, and I found it in the nautical section, and I'm going to be painting it with Waverly Plaster Chalk Paint and then going over the whole thing generously with an Elmer's glue stick. I'm then going to take a napkin that I got in a pack from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the back ply. Now, if you want to use Mod Podge instead of a glue stick, you be my guest, but for me, it wrinkles up too much, and I really have trouble. However, you can put a layer of Mod Podge on top if you want, but for the first layer to get it adhered, I like to use glue stick. I am then going to use a piece of sandpaper to go around the edges, and now I'm creating my bow. Last year at Sam's Club, I got this huge roll of beautiful lemon ribbon. So I'm just going to make my classic little bow. I call it an expo, but sometimes I add in an extra loop. So for this one, we're just doing 3 loops on either side, just folding it over, cutting off the excess, and then we just pinch in the middle, and then you can tie it with twine, you can tie it with a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, whatever works for you and whatever you have on hand. Just make sure to tie it tightly, because the tighter that you tie your bow, the more you can fluff it, and the more you fluff it, the better it looks. And so that's what I'm doing here, just pulling it apart and fluffing it out, and then it will be ready to attach to my sign. And now I'm just going to use hot glue to attach it. So here's me doing that, just a little dab of hot glue, pressing it down in the middle until it adheres. And there we go. Now I did decide to add some tails, so I just cut 2 lengths of ribbon, glued them under the folds at either side, and then I dovetail them by just folding them in half and cutting a triangle upward. Now I'm going to add some eucalyptus on either side of my bow, just for a pop of green and a pop of color. I think it looks really pretty with my ribbon. Now I made a smaller bow with some buffalo check ribbon and just pressed that right in the middle of my larger bow, holding it down until it is firmly adhered. Now I had this hello word, I believe it came from Dollar Tree, but you can get wooden words at almost every craft store, and I really liked the color that it was. I did not paint it. Of course, you could totally customize it. Now I'm going to add a little jute twine hanger to the back of my sign, and then I'm going to cover it with a piece of brown craft paper from Dollar Tree. So here's what it looks like. I think it is so beautiful. It is so vibrant. I did not go over the finished product with Mod Podge, as I'm not planning on putting it in an area where it's going to get dirty or wet. But if you are, then I definitely recommend sealing it. Also, if you do craft shows or anything like that, this would be the perfect craft to mass produce, because I believe you get 8 to 12, I can't remember the exact number, but it is several napkins to a pack, so this would be perfect. Okay, let's talk about today's challenge. It is hosted by myself, my friend Charlene over at the Crafty Art Shack, and our co host this month is At Home with Kay. Both of these ladies are super talented. I really believe that if you check out their channels, you will absolutely enjoy them. I love doing this challenge because I think it is so important for creators to support each other and lift each other up. Even if I don't recreate an exact project from someone's video, just watching their videos sometimes gives me inspiration. So I just like to give them kudos and give them a shout out. And so that is what I am doing in today's video. So again, these ladies' channels will be linked below in my description box, as well as a playlist for tons of fruit and bee inspiration. So for the next lemon DIY, I'm going to make a beautiful little jar. I wanted to make a DIY with a calendar page like Brenda often does, but I have run out of them. So I improvised. I actually had the inside of what came in a frame from Dollar Tree. So I just took this and then a jar sign that I got from Dollar Tree after fall time for 50 cents, but they sell these type of jars all year around. I just removed the top and the hanger and the staples, and now I have a piece of fabric from Dollar Tree. I was considering using burlap, so you could do that if you prefer. Now I'm going to flip my sign over. I'm going to use generous amounts of glue stick, but you could use Mod Podge, and I'm going to press my fabric down. You could trim and trace and trim if you wanted to, but I like to just go ahead and place my fabric down and then trim after it's already in place. So hopefully that makes sense. Now I'm also going to use glue stick and fabric on that little piece that I took off the jar. Again, just applying a generous amount of glue stick and then putting my fabric on and trimming around it. And again, you could use Mod Podge if you wanted. Now I'm going to put glue stick on top of that fabric. Again, you can use Mod Podge if you're more comfortable with that. I'm going to place my image that came from the Dollar Tree frame right on top of my jar, and then I'm going to trim around any excess. I'm going to use hot glue to replace the little jar lid that we have prepared, and now I'm going to make a messy bow. I have several strips of my lemon ribbon, 4 to be exact, and 2 strips of buffalo check ribbon. I'm going to begin with a crisscross layer of lemon, and then buffalo check, and then lemon again. I will bunch this all in the middle and tie it tightly with a piece of twine. I love messy bows and I don't make them very often, but Brenda makes all kinds of really cute and adorable bows, so it inspired me to make one again. So again, you still want to make sure that your bow is tied really tightly no matter what type of bow that you make. I'm trimming off the excess there, and then I'm just going to glue this at an angle to the top of my jar sign. I think that this is just so cute and so bright, and I was so happy to remember that I had saved that image out of the Dollar Tree frame. So definitely check your Dollar Tree frame. Sometimes they have adorable images. Now I am dovetailing the ends to this bow, the tails to the bow, by just cutting the triangle upward. Now I found this trim that I had from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put it around the jar lid and also around the bottom of my jar. I also tie a little shoelace style bow and put that right in the middle of my messy bow, just to add a little something to this project. Brenda is always really good about her details. She's always adding just the perfect touches. So it inspired me just to take this little sign a step farther, and I really hope that you like it. Okay, time for our next lemon DIY. This one is a lemon wreath. It was so quick and easy. I think it came out absolutely adorable. So I took one of those pressed wood wreath forms from Dollar Tree, and here I'm showing you that you could use 2 Dollar Tree planks pieced together or this Dollar Tree wall shelf. I actually had a sign that was a perfect size in my stash, so I'm going to use that, but there are other options. I'm going to paint my sign with Waverly Plaster chalk paint. Then I'm going to take these lemon picks that, yes, I found at a Dollar Tree. They were adorable, although I didn't like that one set of darker green leaves, so I did go ahead and remove them by just popping off the lemon, removing the leaves, and then replacing the lemon. Now, once my sign and my wreath ring from Dollar Tree are painted with a Waverly Plaster chalk paint, I'm ready to move on. This time I'm using a Mod Podge, and I'm going to take some lemon fabric that I also got at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to place it down on top of my prepared sign. I'm just going to rub out all the wrinkles, and then I'm going to flip it over and cut off any excess. Now I'm going to glue it to my wreath ring, and Dollar Tree has several different wreath forms if you can't find this exact one. So here's what that looks like. Now I'm taking my wreath picks, and I guess I forgot to remove the green leaves from this one, so I'm doing it here, but I'm going to swag them. I'm going to swag one upwards, one downwards, and then I'm going to take another one and cut off all the little pieces so that I can use that to fill in the middle of this little swag arrangement. So here it is with two of them, and now I'm taking everything apart from that third piece, and I'm just going to use hot glue to go ahead and tuck these extra pieces wherever I want them. I glue the lemons around and also arrange that beautiful greenery until I am satisfied with how this wreath looks. I think this wreath comes out so pretty, and I was so thrilled to find these picks at Dollar Tree. Now I have this Love Grows Here sticker from Dollar Tree. It's meant for the wall, but we can use it for crafting. I'm just going to cut off those floral images so I just have my words, and then I'm going to remove this sticker and I'm going to place it down on top of my sign. Once I do that, I am going to Mod Podge over the entire thing, the entire sign that is, just to make sure that my sticker stays nicely in place and I don't have to worry about it peeling off or lifting up. So here is what it looks like all completed. Again, I think it is really pretty, and I am loving the lemons this season. So let me know if you're going to have some lemons in your decor and what you think about all of this. With all of that being said, we're about to start jumping into a couple of bee DIYs. Here's a little cute and easy one that I had so much fun making. Brenda has used Scrabble pieces in several of her projects, so gave me the idea to do that. So I have this little embroidery hoop from Dollar Tree. I prepared it by removing the screw. I have this fabric from Dollar Tree with these cute little beehives and florals. So I'm just going to take a small piece of that fabric and I'm just going to place it inside of the embroidery hoop. I was fussing around a little bit here because I've never used an embroidery hoop before, but it really wasn't that difficult. You just place the outer ring around the inner ring and then put that screw back in the top and tighten it. Once that was done, I flipped it over and just trimmed off the excess of fabric. And then I had a cute little embroidery hoop that I could go ahead and decorate. So I took out the Scrabble pieces. Now I did need to use one Z from an extra pack as I only had one Z in each pack, but I took out the letters for a buzz and I just placed them how I wanted them. Then I glued them down. I put a couple pieces of greenery, eucalyptus to be exact, on either side at the top of this little embroidery hoop. Then I just used this little trim ribbon from Dollar Tree to create a little bow. I just made a little loop on either side and then a tail, and then just put some ribbon in the middle. So here's what that looks like. I glued it down just below that screw for the embroidery hoop, and here's what it looks like. So cute, so easy. It would be perfect for a large tiered tray or just any little spot that you wanted to add a little bit of a bee decor. I think it is really cute. Again, I think I already said that, but you guys give me a little bit of grace. It is 1 o'clock in the morning here. So let's jump into our next bee DIY. This one I'm going to show you with several different types of bows just to give you some ideas of what you can do quick, easy, and inexpensive. I took this Dollar Tree wagon wheel wreath or bicycle wreath, I guess it's supposed to be, and I took a few bunches of lavender, which Dollar Tree does sell some lavender, but I actually got this lavender from Temu. So I took 2 bunches on either side, swagged it back and forth, tied it in the middle, and then I cut apart another bunch and just kind of added that a little lower down just to make my swag fuller. I took some burlap and wrapped it around the middle to complete my swag, and then I'm just going to tie it onto my, I guess I'll just call it a bicycle wreath. I'm just going to take some twine and just tie right around this little bunch and onto the bicycle wreath in two different places to get a nice and firm hold. If you know that your bow is going to cover the whole middle, you could totally use zip ties. So this is the first bow that I placed. I did my X bow, but I used 3 loops, just folding back and forth until there are 3 loops on either side. I tied this tightly in the middle, and then I'm going to be attaching this on top of my little swag. So I guess I forgot to mention I didn't tie this on to the wreath until I had already added my bow, but you could do it beforehand as well, whatever you prefer. So just tying that bow in the middle, getting ready to attach it. So for my first bow, I actually made 2 of these identical and glued them in 2 opposite directions just to give me a big, fluffy, almost round shaped bow, just for something different, something out of the ordinary that I don't do very often on my channel. And so here I am tying the floral arrangement on. Like I said, I just used twine in 2 different places to tie it around those spokes for the bicycle wreath. And then I'm going to be adding on that other bow opposite, you'll see. And I'll also be adding on some tails just by tucking them underneath and dovetailing them. So that was the first bow that you're going to see. And then I show you what it looks like if you cut the tails off and just leave that kind of round, fluffy bow. And then I show you another bow with bees on it, a bee ribbon. Okay, there we go. Now I'm talking. Okay, so here's the tails, which we're going to dovetail. And we do add an adorable little bee in the middle of this. I purchased a little bag of bees from Hobby Lobby very inexpensively. If you're going to purchase anything at Hobby Lobby, keep in mind that every other week different things go 50 or 40% off. So definitely I don't like to buy anything full price at Hobby Lobby unless I absolutely have to. Here's the adorable little bees, and they are stickers, but I still use some hot glue just to make sure. And here is what it looks like with our first bow. So you'll have to let me know in the comment section which bow that you would do, the first one or the second one without tails right here, or this one where I just did the same bow I've been showing in this video with 3 loops and then added an extra strip for tails. But this beautiful ribbon is from Hobby Lobby as well, and I think it's my favorite. Okay, so for this next one is one I've actually shared before, but while watching Brenda's videos and seeing that she used calendar pages a lot, it reminded me of this DIY and made me wish that I had more calendar pages, so I decided to share this DIY. This is a larger cutting board that I had in my stash, but you could do it with a Dollar Tree cutting board, just a little bit smaller. I painted the cutting board black so you couldn't see the lines through my calendar page. I used a glue stick to attach my calendar page so I wouldn't get all the wrinkling, and then I just used a sanding sponge to go around this calendar page and get off any excess. Then I'm going to be going over the top and the sides with a Mod Podge. I do like to use Mod Podge as a sealer, so here's what that looks like. And again, you could totally use a Dollar Tree cutting board. You might just have to trim off a little bit more of that image. But here I'm going to add some greenery to either side, and this is just some greenery I had in my stash, but Dollar Tree does have gorgeous greenery. They're getting all kinds of new greeneries in right now. I made a bow with that cute little bee ribbon that I got from Sam's Club, and I had added in yellow floral. I took some trim from a pack from Dollar Tree, and I just ran some trim along the bottom by gluing it down on either side, just trimming off any excess to add a little bit of embellishment. So I think this is really cute, and like I said, I thought about this DIY while I was watching Brenda's, and so I really hope that you like this one as well. I was going to create some more projects for this video. I had so much inspiration, but time ran out on me. Thank you so much for watching. We truly hope that you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and big thumbs up, please. So here's a last look at all of our projects today, which again, I truly hope that you enjoyed. You'll definitely want to head over to my description box if you are interested in checking out Brenda's channel or the channel of my other host or co-host, which I highly encourage you to do, as well as the playlist. I also have the different ways that you can contact me if you would like to, listed in my description box. So with all of that being said, take care, friends. I hope that you stay safe and blessed and have a wonderful day.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel. And thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.